What's up guys, it's TheSandov. I've been waiting to make this video for a while. However, I was hesitant as I did want to wait for the January update to get all the details. And oh boy, I am glad I waited because Tier 3 on release is a total game changer and my old release plans are now totally thrown out the window. As you know, Lost Ark release is just around the corner and I want to share my new plans with you, as well as give you some recommendations for the Western release. I'm gonna begin by saying that I will be playing on the NA West server. I have a group of friends and a guild that will most likely pick the Baltan as our home server. And although I am aware that some of the community saying NA West will be a dead server and even players from the West will be playing on the East, I do not think it's as big of a deal as people make it out to be. The people taking part of these posts and forums are a tiny fraction of the player base that we will have on release. The majority of players will just play on the region they reside, and all servers of the game will be just fine. I am incredibly excited that we are finally getting Lost Ark in the West. I have been waiting for the game ever since it was first announced in Korea years ago. I'm gonna start streaming every single day, most likely starting a week before release. Might do some variety streaming along with some Russian Lost Ark server gameplay while I wait for the official release on February 8th, which at that point I'll probably have 16-hour streams going on daily. I'll link my Twitch down below and you can come follow along to my game, chill with me or ask me any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer. I do want to support my favorite game and want the collectibles from the Founders Packs, so I will be purchasing all of the Founders Packs. And that is most likely the only money that I'm gonna be dropping. The cash currency that I receive from these packs will most likely go to cosmetics, not power. Alright, so now that the Tier 3 is confirmed on release, I will not be making a bunch of alts like I originally planned. Instead, I'm gonna hard focus on the one character and then make a few alts afterwards. And trust me when I say this, I have been thinking about my main class for months and it was not easy. I've had my choice made up in Summoner, but you all know what happened. So I was left thinking and I've cut down my options down to 3. Deadeye, Artillerist and Gunlancer. One of these classes will most likely be my main, and I'll decide which one right before the release. And whenever we get Summoner back, I might change my main since I really enjoy her playstyle. I was gonna save my Platinum Edition's avatar for her, but now it is confirmed that you can only use this on the classes available on release. So I'll most likely use it on Deadeye. Alright, so now that the base is set, my main priority logging into the game on February 8th for the first time will be, of course, leveling my character to level 50, skipping some side quests except the chain quests along the way, and just focusing on the main storyline since I believe it is now possible to reach level 50 without doing side quests. Perhaps I'll do a few, but I'm not too worried about them since I'll be going back to do them later on. I will do this because we know now that the weekly reset will be every Thursday, meaning we have around 39 hours to get our weekly and daily activities done, which is more than enough time. So I'll probably take it a bit slower and might collect some Mokoku seeds on the dungeons while leveling, just so I can get that out of the way early, since I am planning to be a completionist. There's tons of work to do now and it's gonna be incredibly fun due to the Tier 3 being available right off the bat. I will finish up my dailies and weeklies on Tier 1 content so I can receive the gold rewards while I am still in Tier 1. I will then either complete the Rohendale questline or head over to all of the Tier 1 islands that give you an insane amount of upgrade materials. These islands were available during the beta and doing this island quest on day 1 basically gives anybody a huge boost towards Tier 2 content. This is of course assuming that the island's rewards will still be available on release, which most likely will due to Tier 3 being implemented into the game. On the first week, my original plan was to get a bunch of alt characters ready for Tier 2 content, but now I'll hard focus on getting my main character all the way to Tier 3 endgame, which will be item level 1385 on release. I'll most likely make 1 or 2 alts after reaching the point where I am time gated to progress on my main character, getting that alt to level 50 and doing daily and weekly content. I will not be funneling my main character using my alts since I do need to get my alts all the way to Tier 3 content as well. My main goal was to get all 15 characters to level 50 and hit endgame. However, that'll take a little bit more time now, so I'll focus on all the other aspects of the game, using my main character to slowly but surely complete the game in its entirety. I might even go farm some cards too, but most likely just gonna go around the world of Lost Ark and do everything I see along the way. I'll also be depleting my life skill energy and leveling up my stronghold to craft potions and upgrade materials for profit or to save for the future. Seeing how we have a more recent version closer to the one in Korea, that means up to 6 characters may receive gold from endgame content. In the end, my goal is to have every class in the game, so I will slowly work towards that in the future, even with these gold restrictions. This whole experience and update on the tier 3 content is quite overwhelming, but in a good way. There's just so much to do, and if you're a brand new player to the game, I can assure you from experience that you do not have to rush any of the content available. This game is fun right from when you hit level 50, and it doesn't stop being fun. Just take the game at your own pace. As far as PvP goes, I was never really a fan of PvPs in MMOs, and I'm just so into the PvE content the game has to offer. So more than likely, I'll just stick to the PvE side of the game. Another big focus of mine will be saving gold and silver and stacking up as many items as possible. I might start playing around with the auction house for profits, which by the way I will share a great tip with you guys if you want some easy gold. Save all the class selection engraving boxes, and keep them safe for upcoming classes, because these engraving books will skyrocket in price when a new class gets released. That is something that I'm definitely gonna be doing, and I recommend you guys do it as well. In my opinion, the most important thing you can do after the game releases and have a character or a few to level 50 is to really try to boost up your account-wide rewards like skill points. This is something that's gonna separate you from the rest, and you'll be incredibly happy that you did it early instead of much later into the game. Gaining these skill points, stats, and receiving runes that are gonna be all account-wide. Every single one of your characters will benefit from it, including future characters that you make. Account-wide rewards and collectibles is something that I will be heavily focusing on after I get my first few characters going, and I highly recommend everybody to do so as well. So now that you guys all know how hard I'm gonna be playing the game, I'd like to give you guys some more recommendations. If you're planning to play the game hard like me and you like my plan of attack, you can just follow along with me as I will be streaming the whole way. For casual players, I'd recommend still getting to 50 as soon as possible, due to the fact that you can just begin doing your daily and weekly activities. I say don't make ults at the start because they take 12 hours on average to hit level 50 each, and that's only if you go at full speed. You can instead spend those valuable hours doing things that will help you boost your main character and account even further, and they will make you stand out from other players, such as collectibles, visit all the islands, do their quests, try to farm some adventure book rewards, build some rapport with some NPCs, just taking the game a lot more relaxed, but at the same time keeping up with the pace of a hardcore player, since you'll be ahead of a lot of these players in terms of account stats and skill points. Do some life skilling too. Life skilling is something that is totally gonna be ignored by a lot of players, but I say level your stronghold and do life skilling when possible. All of these things will come in real handy in the long run. However, the best absolute advice I can give to all of you is to take the game at your own pace. It is not a race, and everyone will catch up to each other at some point or another. What is most important is to have fun. I know I am taking the game real hard, but that is how I am, and that is my kind of fun. So if at any point you're not having fun, don't be afraid to take breaks or switch it up with other characters. Lost Ark is a game that will be here for the long run, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. The amount of content that is available is beyond what anybody is imagining. As you may expect, I also won't be uploading a whole lot during release, but will be streaming live on Twitch daily. I do have some videos saved up and ready to go for the raids that we will receive in the near future, and I will upload those as soon as we get the announcements. The end of the wait is near, and I hope to see you all in game soon. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time.